Hello, fellow Vault Dwellers! It's time. Our final moments before Burning Springs update arrives to live servers. So all the questions that you might have, I will try to answer today as well. What you need to remember about the preparation. If you are not ready for the update, what you can keep in mind. I will try to cover all of that. And welcome in the chat, Spiteful Angel, Kate, Alex, okay, that's double. Kate, Alex, Daniel, Nicholas for Levizor, Heavy D, the Pickle, Basic Hermit, Emmeline, Mella, Smallville, Nomi said Rascal, welcome, so nice to see you here, hello there, Raid Zero Exodus on Twitch, welcome, and now time to start public test server, so I will not only be talking, but you will be able to see what I'm talking about, which is the point. Launching right now. Signing in. Is there a sound? Oh, there is sound. Okay, let's click. Play. Burning Springs. Update going live December 2nd. So we have Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, 3 days left. 3 days counting for the update drop. The servers will go down for maintenance 2 hours before daily challenges reset. So keep that in mind. That's always a server maintenance time. 2 hours before a reset time for the day. So based on your time zone, you can always open challenges tab, daily challenges, and there is a timer for the next ones. So maintenance is always 2 hours before the reset. Burning Springs. New events running on. Guides for the new events I do have recorded, and yeah, I will set them to go live officially on Monday, because I don't want them too early. I just want them live and searchable on YouTube exactly before they need it. Hello there, Daniel. So what we start from? First, the most important about your preparation. There's not much that you really must do, but one thing that you really must do. For the preparation for the next season, you may notice on this map there is no Caravan. So you need to finish your Caravan quest if you never did it, if you forgot it exists. Here on the map, on the live game version, there is Caravan HQ. No longer exists here. You need to finish this quest, because after that there will be no possibility to finish it, and you will miss on unique Caravan pennant that you will get at player title if you don't do it. So if you are a collector, that's a big miss. So we have 3 days to do it. Do the Caravan quest line as well. After you do it, when update will drop for completion of Caravan quest line, you'll receive 2,000 gold bullion. So make sure before Burning Springs, your gold bullion is below 8k, as you need room to get those 2k gold bullion that will be dropping. So that's important. If you wonder how the Caravan spot looks like after the change, I can go there. I will show you the Caravan spot, what happened there. There's not even a map icon left, so we need to walk there. Okay, so Caravan was here. So that was the Caravan location. Let's go there. Oh, the Real J Swags, thank you a lot for $5. Appreciate for the first donation today. Thank you very much. And messages, just got into 76 the last month. And my bro, show me your channel. Love your streams. Thank you a lot, mate. And send my thanks to your bro for pointing out to my channel. Really appreciate that. That's usually how people find me. I'm not the best with thumbnails and titles, so I'm losing the YouTube game here, but luckily the community is helping me. Look what's here, nothing. See? Let me put the better light on. There's nothing here. Only crates left, you see? Only crates left, like the road is just ending. There is no encampment of any sort. No map icon. The tunnel is completely collapsed. And then, yes, there is a note. There is a note. Too windy. That's all that's left here. If you are reading this, you are too late. We've had to pack up shop. Can't get into details really, but we were left with little choice. I'm headed back to HQ with the folks we had here, yeah, even him. Sorry we couldn't wait for you to join us, but you know the route and you are always welcome to catch up. That said, I'm a bit worried about that last letter you sent. I know you are the adventure-seeking type, but from what I've heard about that wasteland, you are lucky to make it 10 feet in before dying a terrible death. Please reconsider. Marley. That's note for Windy. And that's it. That's what's left from the caravan. And Windy luckily is there in the new city. I did showcase her rewards. But next topic here. What's in the new city? That's a common question. What shops? What can you do there? Like the new player hub. And is it really important player hub? So what's in the new city? Highway town. What's really there? Let me show you. So we go through the main entrance. Can you build there? I think yes. I'm not sure. I wasn't checking. Where are the build borders? It may be a little bit of no build zone around the node if they want everyone to be able to find the node. I didn't check. Okay, so that's the city. That's the highway town. It's a cool city on the highway, literally. It's really cool city. What we have inside, a lot of random NPC. That's like an NPC, you cannot do anything with them. They just hang around. About the question, can ghoul walk here normally? Yeah, there's plenty of ghouls. You don't need these guys or anything like that for the new map area and highway city. Everyone's welcome. Every skin texture is welcome. Smooth skins and ghouls, all welcome. Then in front of entrance, we have stash boxes for ammo, workbenches, scrap box, scrap box, regular stash box, weapon, thinkers, like the standard stuff all over around. Here upstairs, there's little riddle that I will not be doing here now. I already did it in the past, and you can open that, and behind those doors there are some supplies and one piece of intel. There is quite a bit of Abraxo intel all around the highway town. So that's other thing. And wait, the 8 box, I think it's a separate room, if I'm not mistaken. So next room here, that's the Perk card, punch card machine, the legendary exchange here. There is first shop as well. I don't see 8 box. I think I missed it. Sorry about that. Not important, we'll find it. The first shop, Mac. So conversations with Mac do nothing. Just idle dialogue activating if you press interact. About trading. So Mac is a general, like overall vendor. So you can see like some ammo, some scrap pieces, healing salve. So that's usually NPCs do not sell, but this guy is selling it. From important stuff, there is a bunch of plans, including some of the plans that I think are related to the caravan. That's the pricey ones. Yeah, those are caravans. So some of the caravan plans, the common ones, I would say the more common ones, are in here, with caps available with this guy. Nothing special outside of that. So he's selling some of the caravan plans.
Do people not understand how important I am to this town?
There is no perk changes on balance. I mean, there is one tiny change. One tiny change. I will show you rest, but it's only one. So bullet shield is downgraded to rank 3. the rank 4 was basically removed, doesn't exist anymore, so it lost a little bit of power, and rank 3 it's maxed out. But that's tiny change. That's it. There is no other rebalancing for perks. There is new stuff in order of legendary perks, but no more rebalancing. So even more idle NPCs doing some stuff. They everywhere. Upstairs, here is Windy. So I was already showcasing her in dedicated video, just a closer look. So that's the Windy place. She's hanging out here and she will be stationary, so she did arrive happily into the highway town, and she is selling all those plants. Where, of course, the throne, the shell is the most important one. And then, oh, when I open trade. Oh, that's new. Okay, that's why it's appearing here. I was thinking maybe there is some interaction. No, that's just a new tab. So you can talk with her still if you want to learn about all her story, but there is no, like, people are asking, is there any quest or something? No, just her story. You can talk with her about her life and so on. I will not bore you here. Some people are very interested in that, so they will have opportunity to figure that out. Currently, not as much. So that's this part, around workbenches with those two important vendors, as both of them provide the caravan stuff. Then there is a chem vendor, Clark. Again, if you try to talk with him, there is no dialogue from Clark. He's good because he always has Addictol here, and a bunch of chems, some of them not very common, like Overdrive, Psychotats. Not every vendor is holding this stuff. So this is a good vendor for aid and chem items. Very good vendor for that. A lot of vendors do not offer this. So if you need it, this guy will sell you that. And he does have a chemistry workbench nearby, which is handy if you need to scrap stuff when you are going to the bounty board that's over there. We'll be there in a second. There is one more important vendor, and you can grab some pepper and other stuff, but it's a different story. It's May. Again, there is no dialogue, like if I try to talk, nothing is happening. The offer from this vendor, the most important stuff on this vendor, you can buy precai, but that's, you can just grow in your camp, so that's not important. But then, oh, she's not selling it now. Maybe it's not always available. I was able last time to buy the new buff. Now she only sells rat hook meat. Maybe because I purchased one, or maybe the inventory is slightly randomized. What I was able to buy last time was... Do I still have any? I have one. That I was able to buy from her. So this is very important for carnivores. That's 25% AP regen, equivalent to company tea, but for carnivores for 1 hour. So this is very important, but it looks like her list is randomized, as I cannot see it now. I did manage to buy it previously, so I know for sure she's selling that, but list seems to be randomized. It's nice that she's selling Nuka-Cola and Share. Share is actually needed, part of the recipe for this new food item, so you can get some in here. Standard NPCs that you can do much about them. There is a bed that is usable, so if you need a sleep bath, you can get it here inside, which is handy. You can pick up carrot flowers. I don't know how important that is. It says cleaning upstairs, but it doesn't really do anything. Like, that's the cleaning, but the person you cannot interact with, I don't know why there is a sign about the clinic. We cannot do anything here. Maybe in the future, something. So that's the bounty board. Here we stick a wanted posters if you want to start a headhunt. So that's this part. Then here upstairs, nothing really important. Toilets, and there is the barber place. Again, unfortunately, you cannot really interact. You cannot do anything. You can just sit here. So upstairs, not much is happening. Then Oh, I jumped directly into the bar. So that's the last resort. That's the bar where the ghoul is, and you can buy the posters. And here, just behind, another regular merchant selling random ammo, some items, and some stuff that people sold in here. This vendor is used commonly to sell stuff, so most of the stuff is like what people sold, like all the legendaries, not what this vendor is holding. The plans is what vendor is holding, so this vendor will provide you with Vault 63 laser carbine plan if you didn't do caravans and didn't unlock it from caravans. So all the laser carbine plans are in here. The plans that you cannot see and are related to caravans, I think those were moved to treasure hunters or events like that.
I probably have just the gun for it.
But most of the important plans available from those free vendors, either with caps or gold bullion. And of course the last resort is important because we have Ghoul here. So that's the Ghoul from the TV show. The Ghoul himself. And yes, you can have a chat with the Ghoul and you can buy the wanted poster. Will not be chatting now. There's several dialogue options, and yes, the voice actor is the same as in the TV show. So likeness from the TV show, the voice from the TV show, it's the Ghoul from the TV show. And here we are starting regular grants. Those you can always start, doesn't cost anything, and that's the main source of wanted posters if you don't want to spend 5k caps on the wanted posters. You have approximately, from my testing, 20% chance to get a wanted poster from regular grant. And grants are very fast to do. And to my great disappointment, the guy behind the bar, the milestone, does not offer any vending options. Like you cannot get a beer at this pub, this bar. That's... I was really surprised. How I cannot get a drink at the bar. Like, how is that not an option? The NPC that you cannot interact with.
Folks like us.
Upstairs, not much really to see it. You see just going to the same spot. Just upstairs and downstairs. And there is like a basement. It's not really basement because we are high over the ground. But underbelly section.
Welcome.
So instruments, if you need AP buff, you can play them here.
Always good for business.
It is dog eat dog out there. Unless you're the
There's multiple exits and there is outside area. So there's outside area we can walk around. But let's go downstairs for a second.
I keep selling out of Radaway and Stimpaks.
This ain't a place to make.
Wait, where was the way down? Somewhere here. Yeah, there. So that's the bottom level. That's the bottom level. No real vendors here. It's like a maintenance area. I'm not sure how to call it. Security gate. Dead chicken? What happened to the chicken? I think it should be a live chicken. Currently a dead chicken.
Don't waste my time.
So that's how it looked like. Underbelly. Of course, toilets need to be decorated. And someone is splashing white paint on the container for absolutely no reason.
Life may be rough around here.
And all those guys are just in here. And yes, the containers, some of them can be looted. And there's quite a bit of stuff that you can pick up and sell to the vendor just there. So if you need caps urgently, then outside area. What would be the best armor for heavy gunner human? The best overall, I think it's still Secret Service. If you don't want power armor. Gonna see all the contraptions here to get up and down, built around this highway. I like how they did it. That's original idea for the city. We didn't have city like that yet. Oh, this is cool. You see, that's just a piece of highway that fall apart during the war, the Great War. And on this part, and those are the power generators, the floating ones. Crane. Oh, I have no jetpack? Oh, I think I unequip it. Now I have jetpack. Okay. So in here outside you can find even more intel. We'll try to find all intel together when the update drops on the live stream. If Daniel will memorize it all, so we'll follow Daniel. I have big hopes. Daniel said that he knows all the locations of Abraxodine intel, which is quite an undertaking to memorize it, as that's 148 spots or 47, something like that. So this area above, some plants,
Them raiders will be back.
really nothing particularly important, but you can get some rare stuff like gourd, wild gourd blossom. You can get resupply for your camp. You can have 1 melon, the carrot planters, the corn planters. If you're setting a new camp and you need a starter plants, that's quite a good spot, as there is not much gourd on the map, honestly. And some gun mod boxes and armor mod boxes can spawn around. There's no good starter plant spots, and this one have multiple plants. And that's the town. Quite a bit of stuff. The main thing, of course, is the bounty hunting and grants. So we have one in here. Like that's the grant that I grabbed. It just shows you location. No one can steal it from you, so you don't need to worry. You can activate it as often as you are in the highway town. And then when you go to the place, that's when the enemy that you're supposed to eliminate will actually spawn. So it's not there when you are not there. That's how no one can steal this enemy from you. And even if someone would be able to, it will still count as completion for you. And that's a guarantee legendary as well. You go for the grant, just spawning you a legendary. You need to find, when you are close, exact marker appear, and this one is Frosty, so freezing attacks. It was quite tanky. And when we complete it, we are getting some legendary. I got 2-star legendary, but it can be a 3-star. Like, it's unfortunately random, even though I upgraded to 3-star grants at this moment, so maximum upgrade for grant hunts. It still just means it can drop a 3-star, not that it's guaranteed. Unless it's bugged and it's supposed to be guaranteed, but I'm not sure about it. So, legendary as a reward and legendary on the dead enemy. So there are 2 legendaries always. Still attacked, I don't know by whom. Yeah, the power generators will come to the camp as well, but I don't know how exactly, as I don't have them. But the floating power generators are indeed in the camp build menu. But it doesn't say how we'll unlock them. Hello. Fucking Hill Hellion? What is that? Oh, the local legend. Okay, so that's the new local legend. Hooking Hill Hellion. You'll be fishing that when the update drop. There are fishing challenges. Oh, and one more thing. If you want to prepare for the next season, don't forget about challenges and fishing to get your axolotl for this month. So axolotl for November. I'm missing them here, but that's a public test server. I did that on live. So speckled axolotl will disappear when update drops on December 2nd, and stone axolotl will enter rotation. So grab your axolotl, you have 3 days left if you didn't yet. And new fishing challenges are here. including this Hawking Hill Hellion, local legend that gives 20 superb bait. So I'll be definitely using my superb bait a lot to reduce a little bit of superb bait count when the update drops. I don't know at this point what I'm saving superb bait for. Where's Daniel going? And if you have any questions in the chat, feel free to ask. I will try to do my best and answer. And GG2GA, thank you a lot for extending your sub. Appreciate that. Thank you. GG2GA from Twitch. How many bounty hunts can you do in one day? There is no limit. Headhunts and bounty hunts are unlimited. You can do as many as you want. Absolutely limitless. This event already failed, unfortunately. This event, when there is not enough participation, usually fail on the stage when you need to destroy the nests. And for nest destruction, multi-projectile weapons like Peppa Shaker are the best. That's a nest destroyer. Number of projectiles count, you do more damage to the nests. About flat grounds for the camps, there is quite a bit. On the edges of the map, you have mountains, but on the middle of the map, it's flat. Oh, and Vertibird from Enclave. If you'll be looking for it, it's close to this build, I think. It's a little bit over there. If you're looking for the crashed... I want fast travel. For the crashed Enclave Vertibird. No, there is no new raid like a typical end game content. For now, grinding headhunts will be kind of a soft end game content, so not as hard as raid, but on par with other boss fights. So we have headhunts. I would call it a soft end game content. So that's someone's camp. And we need to move a little bit this way. There should be like a burn trees. Oh, there, I think there, I see it. The crash site. Oh, there it is. See, that's the crash site of the Enclave Vertibird. Engines lying around. There is a holotape too, but I think I already picked it up. They were carrying something in here. There is a scientist from Enclave, was holding a pistol, laser pistol, but then died, and you can find some military ammo bags. Another skeleton, the Vertibird itself, and spawn point from the bubblehead. Seems to be always there, this bubblehead, so good chance probably to spawn. And one of those rocks, I think, there was a holotape, but I already picked it up. Yeah, you will find it. You will find a holotape. I don't even know if I should play it. Maybe you will be excited to play it yourself. You have all the Abraxodine tapes, so that's how you learn the Abraxodine story from those tapes. I think that's black box recording. That's probably the one. Probably the black box is from the Vertibird recording what happened here. So you can learn a little bit what happened here from the black box. But no questline as of this moment. No story behind it. I would guess at some point the main story will touch on it. But not everything is explained in the main story. Which probably good. Like you can learn a lot around Ash Cave. How those raiders in here are so tanky. And how do they have so much resistance? Enemies here are very resistant compared to any other And hogs nearby, so that's a bonus, as we'll need to hunt a lot of those hogs to unlock the recipe. Like, you need to cook a lot of the hog to get the recipe unlocked. One more here behind me. So, red hook meat will be important, and I see there is a headhunt. And those are those pickup plants that you can get, and those are nests of the hogs. That's how they look like. Hog nests. And there is a headhunt started. So headhunts are the public events. So you go there and entire server can go there. It's important to go fast. There is only 1 minute cooldown before the event can be started. So from the moment it appears on the map, you have 1 minute to get there, as most likely someone will start it, and it will end quickly if those are endgame players in there. See, launch the flare, that's the objective. Someone will launch it, that will start it. And that's a pale horseman here. There are different mobs, different bosses. They go from this side. And those wolves, you see how tanky is wolf? That's with my 85% armor piercing effect. They still have 70 resistance. The horseman will be somewhere here. Always coming from this side. No? Where did it spawn? Normally it was spawning in here. Oh, there it is. No, that's not the horseman. That's Killer Reaper. There is the horseman. Someone killed it already. So you see how tanky they are? 83 armor after 85% reduction. And there are some of them that are even more tanky. So that was the horseman. And they all have, like... It's hard to notice here as it goes fast. But all those fights have some kind of special effect, buff or debuff, for enemies, so they're unique. Every single encounter on the headhunts is unique. I didn't figure out exactly what all of them do. With participation of high-level players, it's hard to even notice what exactly is the unique characteristic of them. They will die still quickly. There is high participation and high-end level players. But look how many legendaries you are getting. Like, there's plenty of legendaries from each encounter. So that's just one encounter, plus the bounty hunt, and look at all my legendaries. Look at the list. So, legendary farming will be very fast. Looking if there are any new effects. The new effects should be dropping from those headhunts, but they don't always. They're not, like, guaranteed. Oh, that's a new effect. Gain health over time. Y on kill streak. So that's new. And prefix is new too. Damage and energy resistance per kill. Y on kill streak. So this prefix is very powerful, but you need to be on the kill streak. Can be super powerful when on kill streak. If kill streak would be possible in the raid, I would say it would be strong, but the highest resistance you really need in the raid, and kill streak is not really possible in the raid. Bounty hunts, as I said, are not limited. You can keep starting them. As soon as one finishes, the second one can be started. Only one can be active at a time, but they can always be started. Like, this one finished, and the next one can be started as soon as server registered that this one finished. So in reality, probably a minute, 60 seconds you need to count for between them. As you need, the server need to acknowledge this one was ended correctly, and then it will let you start another one. You see another one just pop. Someone just started another headhunt. So there is no cooldown. As long as people have posters, as long as people have caps to buy posters, there will be a headhunt going on. It will be all the time. And they can be completed fast. There is 1 minute cooldown. So that's 1 minute before you can start it. Then let's say 1 minute to complete it. And then 1 minute before you can start another one. So 3 minutes per headhunt, like it's plus minus the fastest. it will give you 20 headhunts per hour. But that's really fast farming if you have team and everyone is determined to grind them. You can be doing up to 20 headhunts per hour. Well, that's tons of legendary. If you still need to unlock regular legendary effects, prefix, suffix, you can do it here. You launch a flare to start it. The flare goes up, and that spawns enemies for the headhunt. And the ones here spawn on top. See, that's the Corporal Jane. What is Corporal Jane doing? I don't know, but look at armor. 152 after my reduction. So it's over 1k armor before armor piercing effect kicks in. So over 1k armor or Corporal Jane. That's Corporal Jane. Who's still there? A lot of random enemies always around the headhunt. Enemies from location, bunch of supporting enemies for the boss. At least 2 helpers. Every boss have at least 2 helpers. There's like 3 to 4 legendary enemies on the event, plus the guarantee legendary drops that are plentiful too. There's lots of loot after each and every event. Usually there is some kind of a workbench nearby, so we can go and scrap it. No, the workbench on this area was in this. Oh, that's one more of the helper bosses. You see they have those cool toys like those red fireworks. They toss it and that gives this red smoke. I don't really know what that does. Those patriotic soldiers. Maybe probably just a distraction. Like a grenade. What are you? Oh, that's another workbench. Okay, that's right. I was thinking enemies there. Not enemy. That's another workbench. So there are 2. And we look around for the area. So it's relatively flat. You may see not perfectly flat, but there are some more or less flat spaces that you can build on. It's a little bit of hills, but a lot is relatively flat. Okay, I will try to walk around here slightly. Let's go on the hill. Are the new legendary effects in general pool? I think they are too. But there's supposed to be increased chance from those headhunts. I'm not sure if the increased chance is working. If we climb on the hill to have a better look. Like this will not be buildable area. That's a location on the map. But we can take a look from in here. So Hawk's over there. This is relatively flat. Next to the road, that's relatively flat. What? Stop firing at me. I'm just enjoying the view. When the forest starts, that's the map border. So you can see where the map goes. When the forest starts, that's outside of the map already. That's the highway town. There's like a lot of small hills in this area, but not a big mountains like on the main map. And relatively flatter areas, like in here. Completely flat, not as many. Around the farms, like you can see here, it's almost completely flat. Like around the farms, it's almost completely flat. There is a lot of dry up rivers. Like in this spot. Scorpions and other creatures, so unfortunately you will have company in lots of places. That's unmarked. And now question is, can you build on that? I didn't check yet, but that's flat. Relatively flat here. And you cannot, unfortunately, on the farm. Cannot build on the farm. But need to go out of the farm. And here you can build. But not on the farm itself. So here you can build when the area is more flat. Like you can see the radius of the camp. Most is relatively flat, even on this area. The hawk chasing me. Daniel, thank you a lot for 25 points, Slotty. Appreciate that. And Daniel is saying, unfortunately, there is no aid box in Highway Town. Okay, so I'm not a failure for not being able to find it. It just doesn't exist. Okay, so they must have forget. Hopefully they will add it later on, as we need it. Like, we need the aid box there. That's another location, and no. Unfortunately, we cannot build in locations. Not even the ones that are not marked on the map. So one of the flat spots, of course, my camp is taking. That's very flat. I found this nearby of the corn farm. So that's very flat area. But it will be, I'm afraid it will be popular. So maybe I will need to find a different one when I will be placing my camp on live. Is that's quite a central spot, like on between everything. So I took a central spot next to World of Corn. With all the new rewards that I was able to place. And that's my hog. My camp hog. That's my favorite reward. The beer. The beer dispenser. My favorite. And of course the throne, that's what I would be sitting in when in my camp. Now the World of Corn is cool. And no, you cannot build at World of Corn. But there is World of Corn. A literal place. You can visit. Oh. Wait, there was a beep. Maybe despawn. I think I picked up this one already. With the briefcases, if you pick one already, then when you enter the same area, sometimes it spawns for a second, but then disappears. Kobe! We'll be able to have this guy in our camp. So that's how it looked like. That's Kobe that we will get from the season pass, and you will be able to place in your camp. That will be the collector. Kobe. Nice flat area, but you cannot build here. It's taken by the corn farm. A little bit out we'll be able to build. Oh, that's quite a nice flat area. Close to the pylon too. There is more flat land in this area. And here... Oh, you cannot... How far? Oh, now you can build. I knew it. There is a place. So if other spot will be taken, here I have relatively flat. So there is a bunch of flat spots. Not only one. There's a bunch of them. There's a poster for World of Corn. It's really poppin'. Presented by Abraxodine Chemical. So yes, the World of Corn is another project of a Braxodine chemical. They dipping into fertilizers too. So they are in there. The word that this part of the map seems to be more detailed than previous editions. They probably spent a little bit more time adding some of the details. It looks finished. Like this part of the map, unlike some, I don't want to complain too much, but unlike some parts of Skyline Valley, this one looks finished. So it's good. Most of the houses, of course, we cannot enter. That's normal across the Fallout world. Some of them we can enter, but most of them, no. And it is a desert team, so mostly desert. And someone started another headhunt. So you can see those headhunts can be popping a lot. Are bounty worth power leveling? You mean going challenges to upgrade them to 3-star? By itself, no, not really, but you'll be still doing bounty hunts to get the wanted posters. As there are bounty hunts and headhunts. So to get the wanted posters, you will be doing bounty hunts. So we'll complete it nevertheless over time. And now we have Baron Boris Wozy. And look at his resistance. Okay, if I switch to different weapon, look at that, 720 with melee. So they are tanky. And of course, Socialist. I like running it with crippling build. Let's look at my damage. Crazy high. That's why that's my Headhunter build. I did a video about this build already. If you need it, it's on the channel. That's the human build for headhunts. You can play it low health or full health. Low health is a little bit risky. Some of those enemies, even if they blindly hit you, some of those bosses have like 400 to 500 damage per shot. So even after your armor, they tend to hit me for 200 damage. So some of them, not all of them, but some of them have really powerful one-shot weapons. And this place, that's the place where you learn why there are so many raiders with such a high resistance. How did raiders get high tech and using it? Look at this guy, 99 resistance. And that's regular level 100. 99 after my anti-armor, so before it's 700 plus minus. So I have 85% armor piercing. So it's like around 700 armor before my reduction. That's a lot. There is no such enemies on the main map. On the main map, even the main bosses like Scourgebeast Queen and so on have way less armor. I think they have 300 or 400 max. And those enemies here go over 1k. So over 1k armor. Now we can actually test if contextual drops will give me any of the new effects. We can test it at my camp, as I have stash boxes. Or maybe I switch the camp, so I open them outside of the new area to see if they drop. Yeah, I tried to shoot one with my auto axe equipped. That's when it showed 700 armor on enemy, because anti-armor is not present on this auto axe. So then I have full armor displayed. Sometimes a little bit less. Some people run with Tesla cannons, and Tesla cannons is reducing enemy armor. There is one mod on Tesla cannon that can reduce enemy armor. So keep that in mind. If someone is running this particular mod, then enemy armor will be reduced a little bit lower than what it's normally. The highest armor what I was able to find is like, I think 1150, 1150. That was the highest armor enemy that I encountered. The update drops on Tuesday. 3 days. You have 3 days left. Okay, so at camp, first I check if I have all stuff scrapped. There will be no mix-up. And now, let's get miscellaneous. No, aid. Sort by stack weight. And there we have mutated party packs. So we'll see if I drop any new effects on those mutated party packs. Where are they? There. Oh, why is it jumping? Okay, you know what? I'll try to put it on the quick wheel and where is it? There. So I'll be just spamming number 1. I mean, not spamming, once a second, or they will not correctly open. Yeah, I know that numbers lie in Fallout 2, but those enemies have high armor. I figured it out when I started using anti-armor weapons and my damage was better than with my Furious weapon. Okay, let's see. Any new effects or only the old ones? Why there's 1 star? Old effects. Old effects. Pink uniform. Azalea uniforms now drop from those? Looks like they do. Old effects. Old effects. Old effects. Maybe only new area, the headhunts and bounty hunts can drop the new ones. Maybe they are indeed limited. I don't see any new ones here. All of them are old. Yeah, so maybe headhunts and grants are needed for the new legendary effects. Yeah, nothing new on those. All of those effects are old. Yeah, maybe limited to grant hunts and head hunts. See, not a single one of the new legendary effects. So they only drop from bounty hunting. Nothing new. Nothing. No new effects here. Two Slagbusters, I drew. Fancy single? Double fancy? What do they mean fancy single action revolver? Double fancy single action revolver. Yeah, there is nothing new. So only headhunts and bounty hunts for that. Yeah, maybe enemies. I will not be able to try enemies if they can drop the new effects. There is no way to spawn like a quadrillion of legendary enemies to test if they will be dropping new effects. I think that's another headhunt. Already completed. They spawned a little bit late here. See on dead enemies, any of those effects new? maybe they only drop as a reward. I don't even see any new effects on dead enemies. Didn't... Oh, I joined too late. I didn't get legendaries from this event. I think I joined late. Yeah, no legendaries for me. Joined too late here. There is one new workshop, Starlight Drive-in, with silver node, aluminum node, oil, crystal assets. There's like a lot of resources in this particular workshop. Still a regular workshop, we can go there. It's not anything different than other workshops. It does display a film, kind of, like a trailer for a movie. And someone is saying that new legendaries only drop from bounty hunts and it's official information. So it does seems to be the case, yes. From my testing now too, that seems to be the case. So if you want new legendaries, we'll be grinding those headhunts. That's the new workshop. Starlight Drive-in. And it does play a movie. It's cool that it's actually working. It's not just static image, but it's playing some animations, monsters, like how you would see it in the cinema in Fallout universe. It's not actually like full movie, but old school. This cool workshop. It looks like I can just take it. No one is here. Someone killed enemies. On the inside... Oh, there is actually a ghoul. I was cheated. I was under the impression there is no one here. Some sugar, some bubblehead, spawning, and we can get... Oh, I didn't pick up this Apraxodine intel yet. Can get to the projector. Look at that. Look at this projector. It's a beast. That's the cinema. That's the cinema thing. That's the film. It's the roll of the film. Cannot really see it any better. Cannot sit on it. Yeah, I cannot sit on it. So that's it. Will not see it any better. But this is a giant projector attached in this cinema. That's quite of a cool thing that we have this cinema. It's a unique workshop. I wish it would have like some kind of a machine producing something for us. I didn't found any special machine. You know, there are workshops that produce ammo, that produce food, and produce other unique stuff. This workshop doesn't seem to produce anything unique, unless I missed that. I don't know. I don't see anything. It's just a large workshop that you can build in. And it's flat. The ghoul under the car. The build area for the workshop. So that's the build area. It's relatively large. See? It's not a small workshop. It's a big square. You can build around the screen. So that's important. So screen is part that you can incorporate in whatever you are planning to build in this workshop. And it goes quite high. Like that's the height of the build area. So you can build up to the top of the projector building and above the screen. You can climb here. There are stairs inside. And there is behind area. No. We go under resources. So it should be... Wait. There. So those are all the extractors. Where they really are. Oh, that's the one. You can see them when you select extractor. So that's the one for acid. Then there is one for crystal. Okay, over there. One. I think one for crystal. Then there is one for silver. Two for silver. Extractors. And then we have oil. That's over there. One oil. Maybe I missed something, but those are the extractors we can build. Area behind in here. Normal cabins with some ghoul inhabited, some saves. Interesting thing about the clown. And there's more like dress-up characters. I will show you more of them. They are in here. Look at them. And this one is the key. If you need the key, manager's office, that's the key in here. And there is poor turtle corpse. What they did, that's my outfit, what I'm normally wearing. Why there is a dead turtle guy? Another dress up, and you can loot all those chess pieces. And that's what the key opens. Another safe and the manager's office terminal. You can read some other poster. Czechoslovakia. Let's see what Daniel is doing. Oh, there's some enemy blocking my fast travel. Somewhere on the stairs here. Yeah. Those are the stairs to the top of the screen. The new effects, some of them are good, yes. Depend on your build, but there is some cool choices for 3-star effects. Instead of carry weight, what I'm usually going for, you can now increase your max AP or max health. So yeah, there are interesting choices. For ghouls, there is a lucid graphics, which is like Overeaters, but for ghouls, based on your feral meter. And yeah, on this event you can sit here. That's the perfect spot. That's what I like to do. And equipping, not the Gauss mini, the Peppa Shaker. When nest will spawn. And objective, survive or exterminate, so we don't even need to exterminate anything. You can get some tags for the challenges. There are challenges to kill scorpions. Very easy to complete them here, as the scorpions spawn everywhere. Still on the 250 scorpions challenge. And they do hit hard, like those enemies. You can see people are dying on those events. So those are not and standard softy enemies, like we are used to. Those do hit hard. That's why it's good to sit on top of that. They cannot get to you. And this event you cannot sneak, as you can see. Detection and danger is forced. Mostly because scorpions can dig underground, so I'm guessing that's how they can always detect you. And now nests. So those nests are very tough if you shoot something else than multi-projectile weapon. But multi-projectile weapon absolutely destroys. And much slower even with Gauss with Pentabarrel. Gauss with Pentabarrel is decent, but much slower than multi-projectile weapons. And without any explosive weapons or multi-projectile weapons, it's tough to kill those nests. Surprisingly, two-shot broadside are do really good job with taking down nests. There's some power in the broadside.
Should be no problem for someone like you.
Yeah, 4-star hunts would be nice. I don't know why devs are so against adding 4 stars to anything else but the raid. They said they're against it, but I don't really know why. 4 stars are not intended to be added to the any portion of the main game. That's what they said. Soon I will get my 250 Scorpion challenge. Thanks to that stuff. Nests again.
Offer is up again. Back to whack those nests.
And I'm not even spec for the Peppa Shaker. That's why Peppa Shaker is so good. I don't need to be spec for it. It's just so powerful versus nests. Not doing too much versus other enemies. Like, those enemies I'm just tagging. That's all I'm doing. It's a relatively good tagger.
We've got a group of orphans. Deal with them.
And now the boss wave. So boss wave, on the boss wave you really need damage. My Elder's Mark should do quite well. They are tanky. You can see the resistances. They are very tanky, and when the turtle stamps the ground and releases the dust, you cannot use VATS for a little bit. So VATS is disabled for like 10 to 15 seconds when the turtle stamps. The AP regen expired. I can do decent damage even like that, with all the anti-armor effects. Like, those enemies have around 500 to 600 armor, so quite a bit. And they should drop legendary. Is they legendary? They didn't drop legendary. Where am I legendary? What? Oh, now appeared. And I don't think they drop any new effects yet. Only headhunts and grunts. So bounty hunting for new effects. All other legendary drops are indeed common. As they used to be. And this big building over here we cannot enter, so I'm guessing it's some part of the incoming content that will be released later next year. So I cannot enter this huge building that's in there. And it looks like I should be able to. There are even lights around the door. So I'm guessing that's future content that's not yet ready. I cannot jump. See? Entire plant. Abraxodine. Those are Abraxodine colors. So Abraxodine was definitely doing something here. See? And those are lights. So I think in the future, those doors will be accessible. Now they are locked. But by the lights, like pipe interchange, the signs, and the light, it looks like it's supposed to be accessible at some point. It really looks like it's supposed to be accessible. All the Abraxodine barrels. And there should be other door on this side, yeah. See, there's another door and the same store. It does look like it should be open at some point. Currently it is not, and the building itself is huge. Abraxodine chemical. I'm quite certain we'll be able to enter it at some point later on. Now it's impossible to pick in. You cannot enter any of those constructions. Only go around. We know something was happening here. If you look at the scenes, like those cars crashed and people, you find those barrels with skeletons falling out. So something is up here. That's for sure. We just don't really know why. There is one note. It's only this one note. Do not open them. That's about the barrels. You can see the barrels, so you know why it says do not open them. There are skeletons in them. And yeah, so all those lights and doors, it indicates at some point we should be able to enter the plant. At least that's how I see it at some point. Let me see if I didn't miss any questions in the chat. There is no build changes for next season, no. So you don't really need to change your build. The build's good now, will be good after this patch. Devs definitely do not play game a lot. They're busy designing it, so they cannot play it a lot. You're working, like Gordon, you're working on experience farming on the Guardian. Yeah, that's valid. You can do Guardian solo. Okay, what else? Oh, a Dino Peak. We can go visit one of those caches, Abraxodine. Dino Peaks. One of the coolest places. Mini golf. Mini golf. And mini golf got some cool side business going. Look what was the side business on the mini golf. Side business on the mini golf. Toxic Abraxodine bars. They decided to store it inside the fake dinosaurs to grab some extra cash. And now they all fall over the place because dinosaurs rusted. And this Abraxodine stuff is supposedly very corrosive. So dinosaurs fall apart. And the Abraxodine barrels fell out. All those dinosaurs have Abraxodine barrels inside. Lots of Deathclaw nests everywhere here. Lots of Deathclaws in general in the new area. All those nests. All those Deathclaws everywhere. Luckily, Deathclaws have soft bellies. And good spot to farm Deathclaw eggs because of all those nests. And now, stash. Abraxodine. Which spot was that? There's a big stash. I think it was here, next to this dinosaur. Maybe not. Wait, I forgot which spot it was. Somewhere here. Definitely next to one of the dinosaurs. I forgot which one. The lights are still working, so that's important. Somehow lights are still working. This stash, the spawning? Oh, there's the stash. Yeah, found it. So that's the stash. Abraxodide cache. And it's supposed to be giving, outside of other rewards, intel after you complete a side story. I cannot open again. I did open it previously. So I did open them, so you cannot open them again. And it does drop a note. Every single stash drop exactly the same note. You should have 3 of those. Too many notes. No, that's not it. No, that's not it. Oh. Have 2 plants here. Trash cube. I unlocked 2 new plants, I didn't even realize that. And Tycoon Lake sign. Where are those notes? Scrambled note. Those are the notes that drop from those caches. That seems to be some kind of a code that we should be able to decode, but I am not able to figure out. I don't know if anyone was able to figure out what the code is. Some form of a code. Was anyone able to decode it and read the note? I was staring at that for a while, trying to think about the solution, and I didn't get it. Maybe we should try to put it through AI. See if AI can decode it. It's a code. Can you solo Guardian with 50 cal? Yes, but you will need to hide in a shelter to survive the heat wave, as you will not be fast enough to go in one. Mr. Skunk Nugget, thank you a lot for 10 bucks. Appreciate that. Thank you a lot for the support. And the message is, cheers, Turtle. After playing Burning Springs to this point of release, what's your favorite thing you've played so far, and what's the least? May the shell be with you all. Thank you a lot. Appreciate the super chat. And my favorite part, outside of course of the grind, okay, I'm too close. I like the grind, the headhunt system, and new legendary effects. I did definitely, I think the most I enjoy exploration of the new map and discovering places, some cool stuff, interactions. I have this one, but thank you. Interactions, like discovering those little secrets about the areas, like looking at those dinosaurs living inside those barrels, visiting places, enclave vertibot, the stories that are on the notes but not part of the main quest line. Main quest line is good too, but there's a lot of good stuff, a lot of content. The good thing is that there is grindable content. No, not everyone likes to grind for all the new stuff, like the headhunts and so on, but without it, like if they wouldn't add grindable content, so what? You would explore the map once, and then you would have like no reason to return. So I'm all for it that we do have a grindable content here. Wait. This building has no entrance? Okay, it has no entrance. Let's check those 2 new plans, if they would be willing to pop in my new plan section in camp build, so I can place that I just learned. Yes, ghouls can do the new quest line. There is no disguise needed. I will be doing the new quest line as a ghoul myself. Oh, so that's what I unlocked. Cube. A literally cube. The crashed car cube. Quite cool. I would be able to build like a wall out of that. That's quite cool for the cam build possibilities, isn't it? Relatively low budget usage to place them, and I finally got this sign. Tycoon Lake. Doesn't look so good anymore. The Tycoon Lake is where we were fighting the event. That's dry up lake now. A toxic area. You can absolutely do the new stuff with melee, yes. You will have a little bit of a struggle with the events, because there you need to reach. Lack of reach is a problem, but you can play it if there are other players. Then it will be fine. If you need to run everywhere, is solo it. Solo events as a melee will probably not work. Solo headhunts as a melee, yes, you can do, if you are tanky enough. As though those new enemies do hit quite hard. What's going on here? Is there a bug sound? Why do I hear machine guns everywhere? Can I have objectives for this event displayed? I don't even know what stage of event we are on. Oh, there is sound bug, and why I don't see the objective yet? I need to join again. Too close to fast travel. The sound bug, and I don't know what we are doing. Try to join again. The sound bug is annoying. It's still not fixed. Oh, now I can see event. Oh, the barrels. So we are on the barrels stage. Okay, let's start. I always go other way, so I'll be going other way. That's my normal path. I don't want to go differently this time, or I will struggle to get them first. I memorized the location for most of those barrels. You run this event several times, you will just know where the barrels are. But they are visible. The barrels are not really hiding. Yellow and green, so not like it's hard to get them. But the sound bug is terrible here. It's almost full. Maybe that's enough.
I didn't think you had it in you, but here you are. I'll get this stashed away and you can hold on.
Cheer on the death glow.
You need to get back in there. One of our crews got followed by a matriarch, a smart one it seems.
Stealth work in headhunts. Yes, that's why my headhunt build is stealth focused. The stealth does work in headhunts. The stealth do not work on the lake event at all. Sound bug never changes. Yes, unfortunately. Benjamin Wilamowski. Oh, got it. Benjamin Wilamowski, thank you a lot for $5. Appreciate that. And the message is: are weapons and armor with the new legendary effects tradable? They are. They are. So you can trade them after you drop them. Unless you craft them yourself, then the same rules apply, so you cannot. And this event I can sneak around, so that's good. Only the other event I cannot sneak.
Keep moving the beast forward so it finds its target.
On this event I don't even need to kill anything. I can, but I don't need to. The important part is to keep the death glow alive. So the medic weapon, that's the only thing that's important. So this event, I'm allowed to sneak around and do insane high sneak damage. So I like this event more for this. For this. The Sinkhole Solutions event, the one that we did over here at Tycoon Lake, that's a tough one. Sinkhole Solutions is a tough event, and you are not allowed to sneak there. I'm allowed to sneak here, but not at Tycoon Lake event. There's a lot of enemy spawns on this event. They are legendary too. From time to time. Need to refresh my food. My AP regeneration is terrible now. I don't want company tea, I want the better stuff. Soft shore. Got some Nuka-Cola for water. Pumpkin. Oh, Red Hawk Bird Ends. That's my AP regeneration. Red steak. Garlic filet. Squirrel on a stick. And now we're good. How's the Deathclaw? Someone else is killing Deathclaw, so that's good. I'm getting annoyed with this bug. Sound back. I'm moving to different spot. I'll be sitting further away. There's plenty of people. Got detected by jetpacking around, but this is okay. I cannot do with this sound back. It's so annoying. Okay, that's way better. And here the boss Deathclaw will spawn. So I'll be ready for it. I'll be waiting for him. There is still one more wave, but unless I will see that Deathclaw is losing health, then I'm gonna run there. I cannot do it, this bug sound. When can you buy Vault 63 rifle? In the highway town. I did showcase location at the beginning somewhere on the stream if you really need to see exactly which vendor. I did showcase all vendors in highway town already. But it's there. It's there, you buy it with taps. So you'll be good. If you didn't grind for Vault 63 carbine, you will be still good with the next patch. You will get it from highway town. That's a minigun sound loop. That's automatic weapon sound loop. Doesn't need to be minigun. It can be other weapon too that can get stuck in the sound loop. You can hear the weapons. It's more than one weapon being stuck. It's multiple sound bugs at this area. I don't know what happened there. I never had so bad. I never had this sound bug so bad yet as today. Today is the worst. There's like multiple guns going on there. I cannot listen to it. My ears were getting tired, so I needed to move out. I needed to move further away. They do good with those snallygasters. Can pick from this way. But I don't want to get closer to the gun sound. Gun sound is somewhere there, so maybe I'm safe to pick from this side. Snallygasters there, and Deathclaw is fighting. Trying to kill the Deathclaw. There it is. Deathclaw cannot die. If Deathclaw dies on this event, that's game over, you lost. That's the only objective for the most part. Keep Deathclaw alive. And then at the end, kill the Deathclaw boss. Matriarch. That will be coming. Okay, let's wait for the Deathclaw boss. Is that good enough spot to wait for the Deathclaw boss? Probably. I will wait from here. It's spawning over there. Deathclaw boss will be spawning over there. Yes, intelligence is very important for experience farming builds. Intelligence on all the armor pieces. Something big is coming. I'm waiting for it. I'm ready for something big to come in here. 13 seconds. And counting. I didn't check before. Let's see if when the boss spawn, can I still stay hidden or will there be a forced detection? And still hidden. Okay, so there is no forced detection. Yeah, so this event is good. You can sneak here. Event completed. Boss Deathglow is dead. And can it drop any new unique effects? No. So it's true that only headhunts and bounty hunts for the new legendary effects. So it will be a lot of headhunting, grinding to get them. Moving even a little bit further so I don't hear the sound anymore. Oh, and one of the best parts to explore when I was running, what I enjoyed the most, railroad. Going down the tracks. Railroad starting over there and going across entire map. It was fun exploration going by the railroad. You can actually go and do that. Walk down the railroad. It's fun path. Exploration path, railroad. Paint trail would work great running through those guys, yes. Paint trail would work great. And I need this gate for the camp. I need this gate for the camp. Do you think we'll get it? Like, look how awesome it is. Do the fire again. How often does it do the fire? Oh, look at that. How awesome is this gate? This is so cool. I need that for the camp. We'll put this gate in my camp. And on the middle inside the gate, I will put my turtle throne. And I will sit in it. That would be epic. I need this gate. I need this gate. So there are some tracks over here, but they're starting a little bit higher, so we'll go. That's one of the tracks going to the plant in here. So of course, Abraxodine, you can tell by the red stuff everywhere. I don't care if this gate will be in paid bundle or where it will be. I want it. And it seems like more skeletons from Abraxodine. How's the work going? Environmental storytelling in the new map is really cool too. A lot of places. Cannot go this way. Go slightly around. There are tracks. There is a crashed train. There's a lot of trains. Some ammo. Hello there, scorpions. Excuse me, I'm reloading. Yeah, my stealth is quite good. I can stand in front of them. And my chameleon is active, I can stand in front of them. That's a big train that crashed in here. And the Abraxodine stuff inside, so it all corroded very quickly. Oh, hogs. Hogs fighting? Hog fight! With Rust Raiders. The Alpha Hogs are quite tanky. Rust. From rust to rust. Quite a bit for railroad. That's the location that I was searching, and it's still... There's something mysterious still inside. But we cannot explore too much. If we get in... where was it? Here. See? Hatch. Looks like something gonna be added here too. Maybe that's the location for future raid? I'm not sure, but this hatch is inaccessible. But it's a big hatch, so it leads to something. Something will be there. Maybe a story. Maybe part of the story. Who knows? But something definitely will be there. Hear footsteps. Who's walking around? Another locomotive. We cannot... We cannot blow the whistle on them. Only Harper's Ferry 1, isn't it? I think only Harper's Ferry 1 is that you can blow the whistle. I did not catch fish myself. I wasn't fishing, but Daniel did. I wasn't really fishing yet here. At all. I did zero fishing. I'm not a big fisherman. I will do the fishing on live to get the fish. I have lots of perfect bait. The terminal is not accessible. And quite a bit of flat space as well where the tracks go. Another bleach. What? Not S-tanky. 31 resistance after my reduction. 200 before. I mean, 200 we would consider it very high. And that's the stump. Look now, you see? My VATS drops to 0. I cannot use VATS when this dust cloud from the turtle is active. And then I can attack. After the dust cloud expires. They do not like each other. The Deathclaws quite often fight with turtles here. Everywhere across the new map. And who's stronger? Of course the turtle. Not even close, do you see that? How turtle destroyed this Deathclaw and even taking all those explosives from the Deathclaw handler. Now doing the dust attack. Disabling VATS for 10 seconds. Turtle is the winner. Going after more of them. So Deathclaws are scary, but turtles, that's the next level of the game. Look at that. Dust. Turtles are awesome in this new area. Quite a scary enemies. Another location for the gnome, but you cannot... Why you cannot pick it up? Garden gnome, I cannot pick it up. Next to the track, like a hidden side locations. Encampments. With workbench. Mattress. TV. Where did they find this TV? Oh. I didn't pick up this Abraxodine briefcase. Still a lot of Abraxodine briefcases. Who put this box here? Go box! Fallout physics are the best. What's that sound? Is that another gun sound bag following me? Will this sound stop? Okay, it's stopping. Maybe this server is quite old. That's quite a flat land. in here. But I think it's buildable. Yes. So that's another flatland that's buildable. So if you'll be looking for a flatland that you can build in, going alongside the railway is usually a good idea. You can build on the railway itself too. The gay plants were in that box. No, they were not. Hog family. Look how tanky is the alpha always. Sting wings. Oh, I completed Stingwing challenge. Probably just unlocks another Stingwing challenge. The challenges are almost never ending. Which is a good or a bad thing? That will depend on you. But look at the challenges. The new tab, so Burning Springs. This is bugged, hopefully will be fixed for the live. 2 locations do not count as discovered. Complete headhunts, I'm still on 76 to done. Complete grand hunts, another 76. Start headhunts, even harder, 76. Braxodine, that goes up to 150. We'll be getting, when I finish that, the next one will pop. Deathclaws. Turtles, 50 turtles will give me perk coins now. Okay, they're perk coins. I unlocked perk coins for more turtles. 20 perk coins is quite a decent reward. Rat Scorpions. Oh, almost done with Rat Scorpions. Will there be another Rat Scorpion kill when I finish that? We'll check in a moment. I will definitely stumble across 3 more Rat Scorpions and we'll see what's the next challenge. So Stingwings pop another 76. You cannot end some of those challenges. Rat Hook burn ends. That's not a recipe. That just ready burn ends will drop for me when I get 76 of them. I don't know what's gonna happen after I do Raiders 760. Will that reset to something bigger? No idea. Cook a meal that uses Precave to get a lunchbox, and cook a meal that uses Rat Hook meat to get 10 cups. Some of them are like totally random. 10 cups for quite a lengthy challenge for no good reason. And that's 4th. I think that's 4th challenge that I'm completing. As first 2 were very bad reward, and 3rd one was giving me the recipe for burnt ends of the Rat Hook burnt ends. And that's now, and another one with perk coins to do photo mode. You need to use photo mode everywhere. Oh, headhunt active. I will mark this spot so we can keep walking. Actually close to the, yeah, I'm close to the Hocking Hill station. That's another railway station with a vendor. So that's a station with a vendor. Another headhunt going. Load, please. Thank you. Cowgirl Janine. She's dying, so I'm a little bit late here, but should register my event still. Oh, I managed to get a tag. Cowgirl Janine disappeared somewhere underground. This is fine. I can use area looting to find her. Yeah, they don't drop any new stuff on the dead body. The new stuff only drops from the completion. No new stuff on this one. No new stuff on this one. And that's a new stuff. No, that's not. That's old. No new stuff at all? Okay, so it's not even guaranteed. I didn't drop any single new legendary effect this time. So it's not a guarantee that every headhunt will drop one. It's a chance, good chance, not guaranteed. Back on the railway. Oh, new weapon, yeah. The ghoul gun. I need to switch a build, but I can run a little bit with the ghoul gun. What's happening here? I solved them for I helped them by killing them both. Go to the train station. I forgot what the vendor is selling. Let's check if there is anything unique on the train station. Nothing particularly... Oh, the hat. Nothing particularly unique in the bus. Is that new ad? Wait, that's a new ad. I didn't notice this poster. For the little superhero in your life. Supradent. Supradent toothpaste. Did we ever had Supradent toothpaste in Fallout universe? They just sneak it in. That's new. Was there Supradent in any Fallout? Is that in New Vegas? I don't think so. Wait, someone let me know if there is in any other Fallout Supradent. Looks new to me. Is there? There's Supradent. I don't want to do that. No. You never heard of it, so me neither. Yeah, I think it's new. And that's the first train station that actually has enemies. In and out of the train station. It's not really abandoned. Usually train stations do not have enemies, they like safe spot. But this is exception.
Protect and serve.
So some people are saying they never seen it. Someone is saying it was in Fallout 4. Also, I don't remember it from Fallout 4.
Protect and serve.
The Abraxo gun, you cannot swap legendary effects. Unfortunately, no. So this vendor, is there anything of interest? Oh, a lot of bulk aluminum. Okay, so it's selling good scrap, this new vendor.
Protect and serve.
And quite
Protect
regular
and
plans.
serve.
Boss armor plans. Which vendor is it? Sharing a loot list with one of existing vendors? Looks like boss vendor, kind of. But boss vendor would have plenty of power armor.
And serve.
There is no power armor. A lot of plans, though. Oh, that art is already on billboard in Grafton?
Protect and serve.
So I missed that. So I missed this art of Super Dent. That's the vendor. There's no weapon workbench. Okay, we need to go to my camp. I will grab the ghoul gun. I need to modify build probably for the ghoul gun. Okay, do I have the ghoul gun in my inventory? Probably store it. We'll need to give it some legendary effects to make it usable. Oh, the pet gave me an item. Oh, sorted wrong. Sort by name. Where's the ghoul gun? Pretty sure I crafted it. Could I scrap it? Or craft a new one. I don't know what I did with it. Or craft. Oh, wait, there was it. It was there. There it is. I have it. We need to change the mods on it though. New achievement? What new achievement, Andy? If you mean new achievements, there's a lot of them that I was already showcasing. Yeah, the pig makes noises. I know. What I do go with it? I think reverse onslaught, if anything, would be the most suited for the gun. But it is explosive as an option. But reverse onslaught, if I go for non-explosive option, I'm already running high velocity receiver. This one, the high velocity is damage to weak point, which is good. There's other options, damage to torso or to weak point. I think weak point is more valuable. The prime is overall one, but weak point damage I think is the most valuable. You can do 50 cal with damage to weak point, but 308 is strongest. So keep that. Fortunately, there is nothing better than short barrel. They don't let me improve range above 100. Then align grip is the best. It's quite expensive in watts, but fires slowly, so that should be fine. Align grip probably the best. And there is Fortunate 4. Hardened 6, Fortunate 6. That's higher AP cost. Fortunate 4, Fortunate 6 is more ammo, lesser chance to get extra ammo. Hardened 6, that's for durability. Swift 6 for reload speed. Do I want to reload it very fast or rely on this extra one singular bullet reload from time to time? Maybe let's see how well it will go with fast reload. And that's less AP cost. Do I want less or more? More AP cost is more damage. Go Fortunate 6. Standard reflex. I have explosive penetrating. Can be explosive or can be just penetrating. So I can drop the explosive portion. Then it would be easier to run with reverse onslaught. So I wouldn't be getting stuff like stacks consumed when explosion hits multiple enemies, or just not running with it onslaught. I'm not sure what's the best for the Dom Pedro. It can be explosive and I can add second explosive on legendary effect. Maybe that's better. And don't run it with reverse onslaught. If anything, run it maybe with normal onslaught. With explosive penetrating. Just explosive is just worse. The fire rate is 8 with weapon speed. I would need like 2 guns like that to compare them. I would craft one more. I will do 2. Appearance we cannot change. I need legendary effects for it. We need legendary effects for Dom Pedro. I will go for Furious. And one of them will be explosive. Other one can be faster fire rate, it's fine. And 3-star. Do I want to make it cheaper in VATS? Or do I want to make it reload faster? I will do both, 2 different ones. And 4 stars. 4 stars. One of them I spec for VATS, so I'll go with conductors. Or no, pinpointers. It's probably better. Yeah, pinpointers probably better. We'll do both with pinpointers. Both weak spot. Let's go both weak spot. Weak spot is superior. Doesn't really help with explosion though. That's the only problem. So maybe I shouldn't go both pinpointers. One will be explosive. But what then? Damage for each combat target around you. I could go encirclers for explosive. Usually a lot of enemies. I could go for explosive one with this. I will craft another. Another Don Pedro. Don Pedro is under machine guns and will be unlocking it with the season pass. So this Don Pedro. Legendary first. That's enhanced. That's enhanced, not a bad effect either. But I will switch it to explosive. This one will do explosive. Explosive. That's optimized. Swift. Swift will be better. Explosive with Swift. That's optimized, non-explosive. Legendary mode, 4-star. For this one, encirclers. Just straight up more damage maybe for explosive. But then it's harder to compare. Now let's go for the same weak point damage so I can compare the two. Short barrel. Align grip. Fortunate 6. Reflex. Explosive penetrating. And the second one we make for VATS. So we make it Furious 2. But stay rapid. And go VATS optimized. Pinpointer. Okay. Lock this one too. Lock them both, and we need different build for that endeavor. It's not compatible with stealth, unfortunately. I can redo this one. I don't really have a cowboy build at this moment, so I need to make one. And armor, I will need to use different one. Chameleon is not really proper for that. What is that? Unyielding. Better than nothing for now. I need carry weight reduction, and that comes with it. Why am I so over encumbered? Probably some perks are missing. And I'm carrying some random legendaries still on me. Yeah. I want to see what this gun can do. 3 or more projectiles, we don't have that. Scatter shot. I could go with crippling on it. Keep that. Arms keeper I do need. Quick look, what can be beneficent. Bullet storm is not compatible. We'll see what Don Pedro can do. There is no scope, so this is not an option. Awareness is good. Santa Masochist. It's always good, but yeah, not perfect. Number crunch I want to keep. Santa Masochist I'm not sure. I definitely want the VATS options. I would like concentrated fire. And extra range for small guns, 30%. It's generally very small range, but how is it even for aiming? Is it worth aiming with it? It depends how the sight is. Probably easier in third-person perspective. Yeah, that's easier, and I don't even have ammo. Not sure if I'll be aiming with it. Does it feel particularly good to aim with it? Where's my 308 there? Accuracy is not outstanding. You would like to run like that. Okay. Oh, I didn't equip tank killer even yet. This crack shot may be tempting. I'm not sure if it's worth it. I could probably invest in reload instead of Santa Masochist. Let's invest in reload. Ground pounder. You need to reload it quite a bit. It's better to have reload. Tank killer. And we do have all the tankiness stuff. I don't need through hike. I equip that on armor. Could keep it if I will use different armor. Charisma stretching numbers, that's fine. Demo expert, this one is explosive. That's fine. Then I do have too much damage and I don't want sneak. I mean too much limb damage, not there's never too much damage, but limb damage, yeah. Modern Renegade, that's already hip fire accuracy improvement installed. And I want Onslaught. Points left only already. Weak spot damage to stack it with the weak spot effect on the receiver. So that's regular onslaught. Then we can try reverse after a moment to see what will feel better. Ricochet, Fall of Clover, class 3 crit savvy, junk shield, nobody mess. Serendipity. I could run it, it's not essential. Pop better crits, maybe max out, and Grim Reaper sprint. That may be good if I'll be going for VATS. That may be good. What do I do under strength? There's 3 points left. Or do I move those points somewhere else? Could add blockers. I will be loud with this gun. Will be very loud. Running half decent armor for tankiness. There's endurance. It's for low health, but there is endurance on it. Should be able to tank something. If not, I can jump. I'm still over encumbered. What is so heavy out of a sudden? What was on my armor chameleon? There was nothing to reduce the weight. Do I have a lot of energy ammo maybe? Let's check that out. Sword by stack weight. Yeah, plasma cartridges. 50 pounds. 2 mils, 50 pounds. Grenade rounds, 50 pounds. Ultrasite plasma again. Fuel. 19 pounds of that. Okay, that's the weight. I found it. Now let's see what it can do. We cannot go stealth. Belly. Not close to the result of my Elder's Mark. It did the damage. That was the explosive one. Was the explosive one. The briefcase I already took from here. Yeah, I'm good. I already took this one. Let's find some more enemies. Human enemies, maybe. Let's go the tracks. There will be more enemies. I did equip awareness perk. Yeah, M and VATS are not compatible. Yes, I know. Oh, headhunt. So we'll see if I will be doing any damage. The biggest downside of the Dom Pedro, you cannot really go with stealth. That would boost its damage quite a bit. But we cannot do that. I'm too far. I'm struggling to do much. Roadside is doing way better job than Don Pedro, that's true. The distance is like very limiting factor. If I could get more range. Am I even getting the stacks of the Furious fast enough? I need to pay attention to the counter when enemies spawn. I'll be getting stacks of Onslaught for my Furious prefix. Scout leader Karen. Doing some damage. Very short. And here I do have very quickly 20 stacks. I need to punch through 300 armor. So that's reducing my damage. Like, look at the armor now on them. I have only tank killer, so they all seem way more tanky. The other pistol, this one I have with more fire rate. Popping some damage. Maybe I should spec it with bullies instead. Maybe what I did is not optimal. Maybe it's more compatible with bullies for whatever reason. Can I even run reverse onslaught? If I would unequip Modern Renegade and try to run reverse onslaught. Probably possible. Without explosions, I probably could run reverse onslaught. Now the stacks will go up to 30, which is better. So reverse onslaught and maybe limp crippling somehow added on top of that instead of the fire rate. So I do have weapon speed. If I would switch that to limp damage instead and run it with bullies and not the weak point. That's makes sense to put damage to weak point pinpointers, as there is damage to weak point on the weapon that I can add. It kind of feels like it makes sense, but I'm not sure. How is Pedro with two-shot mod? Good, decent. Nothing really can match Furious, unfortunately. So I want to see the highest damage I can squeeze. Maybe I could consider anti-armor too. Anti-armor would help with explosions. Let's see the reverse onslaught now. When I encounter some enemies. If that's gonna do a decent job or not. It's night. Stars. I'm kidding, like 3K. Investing in reload speed could have been a good idea too. Like I didn't put reload speed on this one. It's reloading relatively fast. So that's optimized. The reload on this gun is quite fast with just the ground pounder. Anyone home? There are only ghouls there. Something tougher than ghouls. Very quiet night. The one guy with Dom Pedro pistol running, looking for trouble. Anyone here? No? Oh. Picked up this briefcase previously, but it did respawn for me. So without explosions, it feels like I could run it with reverse onslaught. Dom Pedro is good. It's not a #1 DPS, but I feel like I can do it. I can make it work quite well with a proper combo. I just need to slightly tweak it. I feel like it can do better. I feel like it can do better. Somehow. Oh, there's headhunt. Going for a headhunt. Maybe I should be starting grand hunts for this testing of the Pedro. Most enemies on the map is killed and not present. You wanna hear? I heard something. Yeah. Yeah, without hitting the head, Rasgar Crusher, I'm not doing much. But I can maintain stacks. Generally, stacks are being maintained. Yeah, during the reload, I have stacks back. Hostile fisherman. Hitting it for serious damage. It's probably not as much as I would like it to. And can I utilize the explosion effect or not? So reverse onslaught seems like a solid option. What could push it higher? So with Demo Expert, I cannot really run reverse onslaught, or can I? It will be eating stacks too fast. Those explosions will be eating stacks. Looks tempting to run it as explosive weapon. As damage on the card is so much higher when you run it as explosive. The problem is damage in practice is not so much higher. Like the explosive alone is like doubling the damage now. Is that real? At all close to the real number? Explosive seems to be twice the damage. On the card. I don't feel like it's the case. I cannot do Bullet Storm with Pedro. It's way too low ammo capacity.
Welcome.
So Bullet Storm, unfortunately, is not an option to boost its damage.
Pile never seems to get smaller. Grab a bounty if
Lots
you
of
feel like rolling
newcomers.
the dice.
This place is a dump, but at least it's ours.
And make it more like run and gun without VATS is probably not very feasible. Oh, there's another headhunt. Okay, let's do that first. Would endurance be better than strength for melee ghoul? I prefer strength as it does add damage. It's not such a tiny amount. It's visible amount of damage. If you feel like you are too squishy, then endurance would be good. Like on feral ghoul, you do have quite a lot of melee damage already with the feral bonus. But yes, strength helps. Let's see how fast I'll be losing my Furious Onslaught stacks with Explosive one. Yeah, I'm losing like 3 per shot. Hitting them real quick. Explosion portion of the damage is quite high. The good thing about explosion, like it's not losing damage with a distance. And I could run it without VATS. Explosion, it's probably doable. The reverse onslaught is not really good on it. Like 3 stacks per shot, it quickly eats it. So any extended combat and explosive weapon with reverse onslaught is like no damage bonus. Enemies here has definitely way more resistance than the Guardian. They don't have more health than the Guardian, but they definitely have more damage resistance and energy resistance. Pyrotechnician do not work if you don't have fire damage. Pyrotechnician is for fire damage. This gun, I have ballistic damage. Where's my target? There. Is Bullies even working on explosive portion? Well. Oh, I got wanted poster. Like, explosive is hitting quite hard. There are double explosions of quite a bit of damage with those explosions. My armor is breaking. And I know I'm not in the blooded range. I don't want to be, because then I will die too easily. Like, this weapon is not for stealth. I could run it with power armor to make myself more tanky. That is an option. Like, I like the explosive variant. How much damage does it do to me if I shoot too close? Okay, that's a lot. To answer the question, a lot. Yes, explosive need to go through the armor calculation separately. That's true. That's why if you want explosion, it needs to be large explosion. How close can I shoot to myself? And that's edge. Okay, so without grenadier, explosion is luckily relatively small. So I can deal with that. There could have been other option than the onslaught, probably. What can I test it on to know the output of the damage? I cannot test explosive on the Guardian. Guardian is immune to explosions. That would be a pointless test. There's no good reliable enemy that I can spawn every time the same. Even if I go for the Grand Hunts, they unfortunately spawn different enemies, so it's not always the same. Unfortunately for the testing purposes. And Grenadier, I don't want to hit myself with those explosions. Grenadier is an option, but then I need to stay even further away.
Smell that? Smells like freedom.
Rash poster.
It is dog eat dog out there. Unless you're the bigger dog. Take your find.
We'll stay afloat. Plenty of sour.
How to squeeze a tiny bit of extra damage out of it. I still need to test bullies. Bullies could be quite good, as majority of the damage of this gun is ballistic. Even if I go for explosion, there is still quite a nice amount of impact ballistic damage. Now, anyone knows I wasn't testing that recently. Does bullies work with explosive? Like the bonus damage from bullies, does it work to explosion too? Anyone was recently testing that? I would need to know.
Intruder, identify yourself.
Russia. Pike and Tony. Raging robots have 366 damage resistance after tank killer. So they have like 600 something before. I like the reload animation on this gun. Yeah, reverse is eaten really quickly, so I need to figure out something else for the explosive one. Another raging robot? How many is there? And the accuracy is not particularly special. It's shooting somewhere there. The accuracy and hit, like if I'm firing, the accuracy drops quite a bit if I'm firing fast. If I want to use it without VATS, I would need to work on accuracy quite a bit. I cannot hit anything that's a little bit farther away from me. Shooting supposedly in the direction. It's not really hitting. And I already have ground pounder for accuracy. And I already have... Oh no, I swapped this one. Okay. Then I equip master. I swap out modern renegade. It's kind of a must-have. Okay, that slightly helps. Not perfect, but helps a little. And awareness I have equipped, but awareness is for VATS accuracy. That's not for normal accuracy when firing, hip firing. For the hip fire is ground pounder and modern renegade. And there is one more, I think, for the hip fire. I'm pretty sure there was one more option. Skid shooter. Maybe that. Oh, that will solve it. Now I can hit. Okay, skid shooter, like... You would think that's more like for shotguns, but if I want to hit with Dom Pedro, I need skid shooter on top of that. So I could run it without VATS, which is nice, but I would need to spec more without VATS. So skid shooter helps for better accuracy. Should I even keep the VATS? I should probably drop the VATS and go more for non-VATS option for this gun. Feels better as non-VATS option. We need to rethink that. The non-VATS option, we are not going for weak spot anymore. We are changing this gun. So I'm looking for other options on the perks. We don't have scope, so cannot be any scope weapon. I could run a grenadier if I want those explosions bigger, but how safe is that? It's a different story. I can make them bigger, but how safe is that? Could improve the reload speed even further with fast fighter. Or I could run a crack shot, but that's only for aiming. Santa Masochist is an option too, but Santa Masochist do not apply to explosive portion, so that's not perfect. What's happening? See how tanky those are? I'm doing relatively low damage. They have so much armor. My damage dropped drastically when they have so much armor. Not even sure if Furious is now the best option for me. Probably not. Should I go anti-armor? Anti-armor does apply to explosions. Should I go anti-armor again? I already did anti-armor once. Anti-armor and bullies. Will bullies give me like a significant effect? Okay, what else can I do? How big is the explosion? It is spawning constantly. How do they respawn? Like way too much shots to stop the rust guards. Need to be some better option. Like, how's the grenadier? What? Does grenadier even apply? Feels like I have the same explosive radius. Oh, this event didn't count. The event got stuck. That's how they're respawning. We killed Tin Can Tony, but it didn't count. That's how they are respawning. I don't feel like my explosive radius really increased. Yeah, it feels the same. Maybe it doesn't work on this gun. Okay, so no grenadier. It doesn't feel like it makes any difference. Could run and send a masochist for some extra impact to the torso. So I will not be using that, so I will be most likely hitting torso. I have only 1 point left. Is there any usable 1 point card? I don't have 1 point card. What do I slot then? I cannot have 1 point empty. Downranger. Yeah, I know that I'm losing a lot of endurance bonuses because of disease. It will go away. Eventually. Okay, that. Then if I give up on those stacks, like it's not the best, like this weapon is not the most compatible with getting your onslaught stacks, as you are not getting them fast. If I go on reversed, mid-fight I have no stacks. If I go on regular, I need to wait until mid-fight to have my stacks. I need kick from the get-go. So maybe not that. And not even needed, not even any need for gunslinger. I'm not hitting the weak spot if I don't go VATS. What do I want then? I will go for Enforcer to more limb damage instead. Damage to close enemies. Gun tricks I cannot use as I'm not a ghoul. On a ghoul build I would definitely be running gun tricks with that. I already have Modern Renegade. I think I could invest in Dodgy instead. Tankiness. Evasive Dodgy. Let's try that. How many points will that take? And I will run some Boar Survival. Probably. Dodgy. Evasive. Moving target, maybe. Oh, it's more points than I have left. Oh, I don't need gunfire, I'm not going for that. Moving target. And then here I can swap. Could still keep some basic VATs if I would need it. But not overdoing that. Is there anything else? Quick hands. The human version of the ghoul perk. Nothing really for 2 points. If not going for VATs. So I could move that somewhere. I could move those 2 points somewhere. Maybe for intelligence? But what I do now, intelligence not needed. Endurance. Do I have adamantium? I don't have adamantium. I don't need this through hike, I have that on armor currently. Let's put adamantium. I have iron clad. I have iron stomach. No, I have ironclad. I could run a higher rank of ironclad if I would add. See if this disease resistance helps at all. For now. 2 points. Any other strength I could add? I could add charisma, but that's not much of an effect. Bullet Storm I cannot utilize with this gun. Unfortunately, it's not compatible with some of the new effects. Shotgun Champ, I would need to run 2-shot if I would like to use that. 2-shot will not be particularly helpful. Not much with those 2 points. Okay, I'm not moving it. Not worth it, then I'm just slotting Psychopath. I don't really have a good use case. And we need to try different legendary effects. But first, I see how it goes, so I will have comparison. With wrong legendary effects, we'll kill this Grand Hunt, and then we switch it, and we'll see if I will notice improvement after switching to anti-armor bullies. I managed to push it accuracy to the point that it works. Gatling laser is going hard. Who else here? So far. Oh. Killed itself. Now I have 1 shot to the torso on regular ones. Critical high distance will work thanks to explosive not losing damage with distance. Okay, can work. Now we'll switch those legendary effects. Fuel canisters for the raid. You cannot collect fuel canisters for the raid anymore. They removed them long time ago from outside of the raid, so you cannot bring them to the raid from outside. Let's try anti-armor. I feel like it may be a good option, as anti-armor does help with explosions. Anti-armor, and we are trying bullies. See if our damage will significantly increase after the crippling occurs. Oh, I have random stuff here again. Western revolver. So let's do this one to anti-armor. Explosive, I keep swift. And we do bullies. We switch from high velocity to just regular prime, so we push explosion higher instead of impact. We push explosive higher. 50 prime is weaker, so we take the stronger option. Then the mag, ammo capacity, or swift. I want the highest AP cost, I think. So I keep the mag as is. Keep the rest untouched. So now it's anti-armor, Don Pedro. And we need ultra sight ammo for it. 308. It's ammo efficient, so it shouldn't be too big of a problem that we are running ultra sight. And advantage of ultra sight, it's giving us a little bit of extra range. Not much. 20, but always. I think there are some enemies here. It takes away a little bit of fire rate. Did I cripple it? No, I didn't. How long does it take to cripple it? I'm hitting myself more than the death blow if it's up to me. If it's too close, okay, now it's crippled. The damage went up. Oh, Scorpion did pop. We need another bounty. Oh, there is Headhunt. I didn't put tank killer. It should be there. Wait. I did put tank killer. Okay. Oh, the people are just okay. That's this one didn't finish yet. This stack one, for some reason, got stuck and now failed. I mean, it succeeded then failed. Stop rubber banding me.
Hey,
Give me a grant. Give me a grand hunt. There we go.
everything in its place.
Let's hope for a good damage now. Did equip these bullies. On the death glow at least. I was struggling to cripple a limb. Oh. Straight up rushed by the hug. They crippled it, and now the damage is relatively good. Good for ghouls. Explosions can wipe out the wave. Doesn't cripple as fast as I would like it to when firing like that, and I already equipped Modern Renegade and Enforcer. So I do have 150%. I cannot get it any higher than that. And without going for the headshot, the scatter shot is not particularly efficient. It's not particularly efficient to go on the crippling on that. Oh, that's alpha. It's not being crippled for quite a while. This is some angry alpha. Okay, it's not working. I don't have enough crippling power. Crippling hit them at the very end when they're almost dead, but the tougher enemies are not getting crippled fast enough. That's not working. Explosive version, I don't have crippling power. So how do I increase the power of the gun with explosions if I cannot get crippling higher? The base is good to start with. I'm just not getting improvement I would like to get. Burn ends. Cannot really do anything else. Options. So if I cannot rely on the crippling mechanics, I would need to go back to Furious. Better than nothing. Like, if crippling is not kicking in, then I'm just wasting the steam for nothing. So the scatter shot is a waste for this explosive one. Easy target can stay, as I will eventually cripple one limb, probably, or someone else. So that can stay. But then all this stuff is doing nothing for me. I think we don't have choice but to run Onslaught after all. I was hoping I can do something else. So explosive to stack it faster, that's it. Gauss rifle recoil animation. Don't know how it. I'm naturally using Gauss rifle. What else can I equip? Oh, Modern Renegade I kind of need for accuracy, so I will keep it. Packing light for some AP regeneration. No, I don't need packing light. What else can I squeeze in? Born survival so I don't die. Max out born survival then so I don't die. Without that I can run that. Have room under strength for something. With bandolier for now. Okay. Obviously anti-armor is now not the best choice, nor the bullies. Bullies and anti-armor now it's not great. I need Furious back. Should I craft a new one or switch this one again? I will switch this one again if I still have script. Back to Furious. And what for the last star? If not bullies. Back to encirclers? So bullies will not work for us. Conductors will not work for us very well. Electricians... I could go... If I cannot increase my damage, I can at least keep them away from me. Electricians? I can try electricians. Not sure if that will be a good idea. Stabilizers option if I want accuracy. I'm not sure if I want that. Back to Furious. And we are trying electricians. Then as I'm running electricians, I can see about more reloads, not less. So Fortunate 4, that will reduce the capacity, increase the reload speed. So I will reroll more often. I mean reload more often but faster. So Fortunate 4 can be quite a decent option. Daniel, thank you a lot for another super chat, and the message from Daniel. Okay, I'm done for today. See you on the 2nd of December for scoreboard grind. See you, Daniel. Have a good weekend. Thank you for the support. Okay, Fortunate 4. We're trying that. And now I can just reload wherever and release a shockwave. How bad is the shockwave? Visually, okay, not too bad. In the third person, worse. So if you want to rely on the shockwave, definitely first person, and I think probably Grenadier would be needed to increase the range of this shockwave, rather than Tormentor, which is not helping anymore as much. Still help on bosses though. How otherwise can I have 2 points? I cannot give up on skid shooter. That's still increasing the radius. That bigger radius? Cannot even see. Hard to tell if it's bigger. How big is it? Don't really see. Pretty sure in the past it was more visible. Maybe now it is not.
Heard it's green over the river. That true?
Help yourself to a bounty. There's always
Yeah,
more.
let's get the bounty. Let's see if that's working. Damage is looking good. now I have gun that I just press a reload to stop the enemies from chasing me. When I need a little bit of a distance so I don't kill myself with my own explosions. Or the tanky one of the opening. Okay, doing good. I'm getting those furious stacks quite fast because of explosions and hitting multiple enemies at once. Okay, so got stunned. Didn't really do much to him. Okay, fine. They move less. That is kind of helpful. Yeah, don't move. And maybe that's the best option for this gun. Seems quite solid. So if melees are rushing me, I just reload and they stop. The explosion is the only thing that doesn't lose the damage with a distance. But if they very far, I can use this single critical that I have saved. So I do have a recharge when outside of that. Don't have criticals anymore. Somehow that counted as hit, maybe. Oh, was he? He was stunned from my reload? So how big is the radius? Was it really stunned from my reload? Have any enemies left? Was looking like he was stunned, but such a distance? Like, there is someone. Where are you? Okay, let's see if I can high distance stun you. Oh, I can! I mean, no, it didn't stun it. But it does... It did show a hit, so maybe a little bit too high. Did show a hit, the stun doesn't work. No? Maybe I already stunned it before, it's immune. But it showed a hit from quite far. I mean, how will it work in the Hawk scenario when they are chasing me? No, stun is not from Ricochet. I have only stun on reload. I don't have stun on Ricochet. Oh, there's a Deathclaw. I trigger it too late. Okay, the stun is relatively short. But it slows them down a little bit. What's the cooldown on this stun? Not much cooldown. I think it says on the weapon what's the cooldown. It doesn't. I think there used to be cooldown on the stun effects. Did they remove it? Can I constantly stun them so they never move? Hello, Hugs. I think they removed the cooldown. Completely. What are you doing, Hog? Okay, so that's definitely one of the options to play this gun. Going for the stun. And if I move forward while reloading, the stun do not blind me at all. It's happening behind me then. If I move backwards, then it's in front of me. So I could pretty much like be moving away from enemies, stun them, then turn around and shoot them. And the visual is not as bad as it was. Maybe they changed something when they were adjusting grenade visuals. I remember this blast, the stun blast was huge and quite blinding for the user. This not anymore. Yeah, circuit breaker you can use to stun with ricochet, and there is definitely a cooldown on a circuit breaker stun. Doesn't look like there is a cooldown on that. Supposed to be stunned. He stunned me. Doesn't want to be stunned. Hawk too. Oh, that's Scorpion. Yeah, usable this way, I would say. Quite a fun as this case scenario for the Dom Pedro. Oh, Jesus for you! Thank you a lot for $10. Appreciate that. And Jesus is saying, are you doing the usual experience grind and scoreboard purchase and review? Yes, I am doing. When the patch drops, I will be doing it. Yes. I will be doing it on a ghoul. So it's gonna be a little bit tougher than usually. Who was talking here? Oh, Deathclaw Handler. What? How I did like no damage with this one shot. Can you join me? If you have PTS, you can probably. Not on the friend list, but if you manage to end up on the same server, why not? There's probably one server.
More caps for me, though. My eyes may not be what
Yeah, this Wandering Doctor is not really selling anything interesting.
My help and my products.
Still, the coolest car in the game is here. Those guys know how to drive. They made a petrol car in Fallout universe, where every car is nuclear power. So that works. But Dom Pedro works too, if you go for non-explosive, if you don't want to have those explosions and you want to go for reverse onslaught, it works too, but then you cannot have explosive effects. You can go for weak spot. And this one works too, so there are some options how to play it. Kind of like this one with the stun. It helps in crowded scenario if I want to use the explosive weapon. Will I make a new Gatling gun build? At some point, probably. Can you even shoot the immersion? No. Wandering Doctor is immune. What is important to do before update? Do the Caravan quest, because Caravan will no longer be here. Do the Caravan quest and make sure you don't have more than 8k gold. Gold bullion. 8k or less. before update drops, or you will not get compensation from the caravan. There will be no room. All right, I think I tested everything and answered all the questions that there have been. And the new season is starting on the 2nd December. You can cross only at the bridge to the new area, but that's intentional. Only here I can cross. There is bridge and you can cross. You cannot cross anywhere else. That's intentional. And that being said, thank you very much, everyone, for joining us here. Thank you for your financial support and support through likes and views. Appreciate you. And hopefully we see each other soon. I will drop a Dom Pedro guide maybe tomorrow, like a full guide, so you know ahead of time what to expect from it. Its current performance. It's not, as you are able to see, it's not a #1 DPS gun by no means, but fun nevertheless. Definitely a fun gun. Definitely a fun one. And yeah, see you everyone on December 2nd. We'll be streaming and we'll be grinding for experience, reviewing the season. Yeah, there is a lot to do from December 2nd onwards when this patch drops. A lot of grinding of the headhunts. Hopefully with Daniel we'll be able to find the briefcases together and everyone will be able to see where they are. Maybe I will be able to do a montage after the briefcase collecting livestream with all locations of the briefcases. We'll see about that. And that being said, see you soon everyone. Take care. Bye. Turtle out.